In the hallowed annals of horse racing history, there exists a sacred tradition that has captured the hearts of millions. A legacy that weaves through time like a tapestry of valor and triumph. The Kentucky Derby, an emblem of greatness, an ode to the equine spirit, and a symbol of unyielding passion. For over a century, the thundering hooves have echoed across the venerable grounds of Churchill Downs as champions emerge to etch their names in the immortal pages of horse racing folklore. From the unforgettable Sir Barton to the legendary Secretariat, each stride has been a symphony of grace and courage. And within this historic realm of flesh and blood, bonds between horse and rider are forged, lasting through the ages. But as the world evolves, so too does the spirit of competition. Today, as we venture into the virtual domain, we pay homage to the pioneers of a new legacy, a legacy that fuses tradition with innovation. And the pursuit of greatness extends beyond the confines of reality. Welcome to this season's virtual Kentucky Derby, where the frontier of horse racing meets the boundless realm of Web3. Here, in this digital arena, horses of pure code and dreams, crafted by visionaries, gallop, fueled by the passion of their creators and riders alike. Within this matrix of pixels, hearts pound with anticipation as the virtual thunder ignites the souls of virtual fans worldwide. The legacy of the Kentucky Derby is not only preserved, but elevated to new heights, where innovation and tradition intertwine in perfect harmony. As we celebrate the past and embrace the future, remember that the essence of horse racing lies not solely in the tangible, but in the intangible. The relentless spirit that transcends the realm of flesh, steel, and circuits. It's the desire to triumph, the will to conquer, and the dream of making history. So, let us unite in admiration for these majestic athletes, both real and virtual, as we ride the currents of time and create new legacies that will echo through generations to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, gamers, passionate horse racing enthusiasts from every corner of the globe, welcome. Again, I am Ian Cummings, proud CEO of Third Time Entertainment, the team responsible for bringing you Photo Finish Live. I sit here yet again celebrating the success of reaching yet another virtual Kentucky Derby, but we're witnessing at this moment really a remarkable surge in our journey. This journey marked by growth from innovation and this thrilling expansion of our community. Today, our hearts are filled with anticipation, excitement as we welcome thousands of new players into the vibrant ecosystem of Photo Finish Live over the past couple of seasons. This isn't just another derby, it's a celebration of expansion, a testament to the ever-growing appeal of our virtual horse racing game and world in this dynamic landscape of Web3 technology. From our humble beginnings, the path has been extraordinary. Alongside you, the invaluable community, we've broken new ground, set unprecedented standards. You are our inspiration, our driving force, the heartbeat of Photo Finish Live. The journey would not have been possible without this partnership with Churchill Downs. They didn't see just potential in our vision, they have helped it soar. Together, we've done more than just coexist. We are starting to flourish. We are merging state-of-the-art technology with this timeless thrill of horse racing, just scratching the surface of reaching a global audience, captivating an entirely new generation. But the essence of Photo Finish Live is still you, our dedicated, passionate community and players. As we embrace this influx of new players, your support, your help, your constant willingness to improve the platform are something that are growing far greater than the game. It is a vibrant, dynamic community now where friendships are forged, rivalries ignited, the spirit of competition soaring to new heights. We're committed to continuously innovating and enhancing your racing experience, really energized by all of the support and vitality that you bring. So, as we revel in today's Derby and anticipate the arrival of fresh bloodlines and new stables and emerging rivalries, I say at this point, raise our glasses, virtually or not, and celebrate the past achievements, the present expansion, and the thrilling future that lies ahead. Together, we will continue to forge these new paths. We're going to create unforgettable moments, keeping the spirit of racing vibrant. So, from the bottom of my heart, from the team at Third Time, thank you. So, we're here to gear up to another exhilarating race and photo finish live. Multiple races tonight that epitomize the endless possibilities of our expanding world. If you're new here, let's learn a little bit more about what it means to be a part of Photo Finish Live.
Welcome to the thrilling world of Photo Finish Live, the revolutionary virtual horse racing ecosystem that brings the excitement of real horse racing straight to your fingertips. Brought to life by Third Time Entertainment, Photo Finish Live offers a unique and immersive experience like no other. Picture this, you're not just a spectator, you're a real-life owner and breeder of horses in this captivating virtual world. Engage in heart-pounding races against other players, where real money is on the line. The stakes are high, and the rewards are yours for the taking. There's a host of innovations that set Photo Finish apart from the competition, such as the most advanced genetic breeding algorithm in the world and the ability to own racetracks and share their monetary rewards. In Photo Finish, you will create generations and generations of unique offspring, each carrying the legacy of its ancestors. The true-to-life genetics system offers endless possibilities for breeding, and your decisions will determine the future champions of the track. All the while owning a proportional share in a racetrack via Crown, our cryptocurrency, allows you to share the game's success. Step into a world where 4 weeks in real life correspond to one in-game year. Witness the passage of time as each new season brings fresh opportunities and challenges. Thousands of races await you in every season, from entry-level maiden races to the highest stakes premier graded events. Horses of every level and price point have a chance to hit the podium and breed up over time. With its commitment to realism, Photo Finish Live brings the thrill of horse racing to life. As the seasons pass, horses retire to breed and eventually die, mirroring real-world horse racing to ensure long-term sustainability. Embrace renewed opportunities to showcase your skills and strategies, ensuring the excitement never ends. Are you ready to start your legacy in the world of Photo Finish Live? The tracks await, the competition beckons, and fame and fortune favor the bold. Become a part of this one-of-a-kind virtual horse racing ecosystem and let your dreams run wild. Join us today and embark on an unforgettable journey. The Sport of Kings awaits your presence in Photo Finish Live.
Another exciting week. Here we are. I'm joined by my co-host, as always, Fib Newton, Mr. Alex, who's joining us from, believe it's true, his mom's basement. Is that right?
Yeah, it's my mom's basement. She's decided to lock me away. I was trying to celebrate Thanksgiving with her. She was not all about that. She's like, go to the basement. And here I am. Yeah, let's go.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, early Thanksgiving to you, sir, from Pittsburgh or wherever the cold north you are.
It is.
I'm joining the world from Orlando, Florida. It's still blazing hot here and brutal. But anyway, it's been an exciting week. I mean, obviously, we continue to motor ever forward in Photo Finish Live. The game, the community, vibrant. The racing has been insanely competitive and just so many new players joining every single day. It's been really exciting to see. I mean, I know you're in the Discord all the time. Is it too much for you? We did hire another person who's been amazing to help, Bryce.
Yeah.
But
Shout outs to Bryce. Yeah, Bryce has been helping me handle the load. I mean, he was sweeping up the Discord today, getting ready for the Derby talk for everybody in Discord now. But yeah, we've had a massive influx of players. I mean, I'm pretty positive it's the biggest season we've ever had. And things are just rolling. Things are rolling. It was a super exciting season. Coming into this Derby, I mean, this is the 6th Derby. I feel like we're going to see some super fire today. I mean, it has been so many new people coming through. And actually, Bryce has been doing a great job of extending the branch out and bringing in new players from previous communities that he was a part of. And so, yeah, we're tag teaming it, but
Yeah, it is. It is a full-time job. It's 24/7. It's amazing seeing, I've worked on a lot of games, and at this point, Photo Finish is probably the busiest in terms of the community being online 24/7 all across the world, every time zone. And so it's really exciting though to, of course, a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too much. There's way too much happening. But now that we've sort of staffed up and filled in and gotten support and all the other people in, it's really exciting to think about. If you think about the Kentucky Derby in real life, it's like, okay, it's a big deal in May, and how do we expand its reach worldwide, and how do we expand its reach throughout the year? And I think we're kind of starting to see this really happen. A lot of people probably wouldn't have thought of the Kentucky Derby a month ago. They would start thinking about it. And I know all of us are super excited for the 150th coming up. So it's great to just keep it fresh on everyone's minds. One of the more interesting things that happened this week has been really the integration with the Kentucky Derby social team. And so this is something we've been talking with them about, trying to figure out the best way to do it. And so this week was our first real experiment and test. And we ran videos with them. They actually ran them on the majority of all of their social campaigns, and now we're testing to see which ones resonated, what types of ads and videos and copy and all of these things were the most compelling. But we actually have a video here I can share with some folks, and hopefully our producer can cue it up.
Grudgingly gives way late, and it will be Cat's Cave to score by 2.5. Anna's Wish was second, Hush It Honey was third, Above the Sun rallied for fourth.
So yeah, that video was a little bit of a surprise. Churchill Downs was kind enough to offer. They actually ran that on their 100-foot jumbotron at the track, which was simulcast to every single off-track betting location in the world, just to kind of see, like, hey, does anyone notice it? Does it resonate again to someone that's watching the sport? So I'm real excited to start and attempt these things. I mean, I know that. Alex, what is the best way to find out about Photo Finish? It's likely if you're a fan of the sport, but it doesn't have to only be on Twitter through your friend of a friend telling you about it, I suppose.
No, I mean, there's so many ways that you can find out about it, but it's like allowing Churchill Downs, like working with them and leveraging their influence and like the headroom that we have there, starting to work with them in that regard, I think is like, it's a huge step. Showing people that ad. I mean, we had about 15 seconds to be like, hey, pay attention to our game. All these people watch it. It did. Yeah, it was on the 100-foot jumbotron. I mean, this thing is massive. If you're going to be showing up to the 150th Derby, you'll see it. I think it's like the biggest screen. Isn't it like the biggest screen in America? Wasn't that?
I think it was. And then Jerry Jones, was like, listen, I'm going to make a bigger one.
Somebody won up.
Yeah.
Them. 101
Texas.
feet.
Yeah. So anyway, it's obviously just super exciting to see these things just start. I mean, Churchill Downs, again, I can't echo enough. Folks that know me know that I worked with the NFL for nearly a decade, working on the Madden franchise. Great partner, but also, sometimes difficult, very, very difficult. Obviously a huge brand. And I came into the Kentucky Derby relationship not really not really knowing how it was going to go. And every single step of the way, they are so willing to try new things. Really get into the weeds and try out how to expand this relationship. So super exciting. But
awesome.
In other exciting news, we have another undercard race coming up. The Bourbon County Stakes, I believe is the name of it.
Yes, the Bourbon County Stakes.
Have you ever been to Bourbon County?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
I mean, well,
I'm heading there tonight.
Oh, really?
I'll be there shortly.
Nice.
But the Bourbon County Stakes, I think we're going to head down to the track side here. I believe our esteemed reporter, Mo knows. I mean, this guy, a machine. How many races does Mo knows call a week at this point? Thousands? I don't know. Seems like a lot.
Yeah, probably.
But if Mo knows is ready down at the track, we can head it down there to him because this is one of the three. Do we have 3 undercards tonight?
4.
Leading up. Oh, 4 total? Or 4 total
Yeah,
races.
4 undercards, Bourbon County, Bluegrass, Mint Julip, Red River, and Kentucky Derby. Oh, it looks like it's running.
All right, here we go. Let's head down to the track with Mo knows.
And they're off and rolling here in the Bourbon County Stakes. It's Derby Day. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to the team for hosting this beautiful event. Canadian Outsider's going to run for the lead. Then it's going to be Bougain. Van Helsing out for third. Runs alongside Webb Weaver. Taliban and Lower Expectation is going to duke it out here for the back of the leaderboard as this field heads around the first and only turn of this 4 furlong left turning affair in the dirt. Opening corner in 22 and change for Canadian Outsider as he hits the top of the turn now and heads for home. Digs in. He's got about 2.5 lengths over Lower Expectations, but Lower Expectations trying to get rolling here along with Webb Weaver. Webb Weaver's got full of foot on the outside to challenge Canadian along with Salvador over in, but Webb Weaver's going to take it here at the wire in the opener. What an exciting race over Lower Expectations and Canadian Outsider. Back to you, boss man.
Canadian Outsider? Did I hear that right? What an absolute stellar race to kick off of 4 furlongs. Really ripping today. That was at another track, though, over, I believe.
Definitely nice warm-up, yeah.
The Golden Empire. So they're not yet racing at Churchill. They're still getting warmed up at our tracks all around the world. So that was a solid race. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, at this point, Alex, what is next for, what are you most excited for starting come Monday, the new season, season 9?
Man, so many things have changed with the schedule. And I feel like we made a massive push with the schedule. But I think the thing that I'm most excited about by far is the Breeders' Cup, an analog, which we're calling the Rising Star Series Cup.
Stakes Series, Rising Star Stakes Series.
And it's for juveniles only. It's the first Saturday. We've made some changes. We had to swap the third-time championship off that first Saturday for some reasons that you may not understand if you're just tuning in here. But it's basically
don't need to get in the weeds.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but anyway,
it was a good decision.
So having a place for the juveniles to show up big time on that first Saturday to highlight them and sort of see who the up and comers are. I think that's huge. And people have been wanting that for a while. I think it's going to change a lot. I think it's going to change the dynamic of certain things. I just think it's a great opportunity. So I'm most excited about that probably. But probably secondarily, it's going worldwide with the schedule. I mean, we have some gaps in the schedule still, but basically we've moved to a 24-hour schedule, races all.
No, I don't know if we lost Fib there, but if we did.
I feel like it was coming like this.
Oh, there he's coming back. Anyway, you're cutting in and out, but it's all right. Regardless, I agree that going 24/7 basically with racing is another huge jump, and I think that kind of leads us in. If we could talk to some of our esteemed community members here, the Sour Special, if he's looking into tonight's race, these guys have the finger on the pulse. Are you guys there? Are you able to chat about what's exciting you about tonight and this season?
Yeah, I mean, Devo, welcome. They let us in here again. I mean, how awesome is that?
I can't believe it, Mike. Esteemed gentlemen such as this. And I'm just a dirtbag in disguise, but I'm happy to be here. Thank you, boys. Another exciting season into season 8. This is a really competitive race, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how you came to get it today.
Oh, man, this is so easy. At first I was thinking, I'm probably going to be pretty chalky with this pick. Then I look at the odds. There's so many long shots. Thug Passion has been dominant, absolutely dominant in the Kentucky Derby. He has won 9 of his last 10 races. Now, the caveat to that is none of them have been on soft or sloppy, so that adds a pretty good dynamic. We have Doc Blue, which, I'm rooting for that horse, and it's so tough not to pick that one. It'd be so amazing for Doc Holliday's baby to go back to back. Then you have Shield Maiden's Dream, out of Balthasar Ranch, and it's his first real legit shot since Pellinor won. So, you know, you look at all three of those, are kind of like your heavyweights, but then you have Cornucopia coming in as one of the favorites as well at like just 6-1 right now. So you do have some long shots. My Sour Special will be a long shot. What are you seeing out there, Devo?
I like that you led off with Thug Passion because I think that Cornucopia is the other one that also fits in that flavor of extremely dominant, both holding an over 50% win rate in an excellent form, and they're both very strong at the 10 furlong level. The only knock you can give either of them is being slightly off preference. What do you think of Centurion? That's the only horse that checks every box for me. On preference, likes the 10 furlong, likes the heavier races, maybe implying a little heart there, but I don't know how the 14 will stack up against the 12 and the 13.
Yeah, and at 9-1, I don't know. I think I'm throwing that one in the trash. But honestly, you're gonna think that several horses can win. I know which horse is gonna win. So just take all the money you can get and try to get as much borrowing power as you can, because the pick that I'm going to give you at the end of this will not lose. So Centurion, it's not that pick. I'm going to throw that one in the trash. I'm going to leave that one for you at 9-1. I think that what is an interesting one, and then we talked about the pronunciation of Nineveh, and that's some Assyrian town or something, some ancient city. This horse has not really ran 10 furlongs, but it has been dominant. It's got all the stars for the star maxis out there, and I really think it has a pretty good shot. I was surprised it's coming in at a pretty good line at 9-1 too. I think that's just not long enough odds for my liking.
Nineveh is in my second tier of horses to look at. The only knock that you can give to this pony is that it is a sprinter. It prefers the 7 furlongs, likes it shorter rather than only has one race at 10 furlongs, and it wasn't very pretty. Also in that tier, I have the Shield Maiden's Dream that you've referenced, as well as Doc Blue, and let's see, the 19 and the 20 horse named Wildfire. They all have one thing negative about them, typically being a preference kind of thing. But if I can find any of those horses at around the 10-1 range, it has my attention.
All right. Well, the Sour Special, everyone waited. It is going to be General D, 17-1. This horse is going to win the Derby. Take all the money you can get. This is 100% reward, folks. 0% risk. Throw all the money down. Call your mom. Call your grandma. Borrow as much as you can. Put it on this horse. This is not financial advice. 1-800-GAMBLERS Anonymous if you have an issue out there.
Make sure you put it into the show pool, though, because that horse doesn't like winning races.
It's going to win today, Devo.
Oh, goodness. The esteemed gentleman, the esteemed team of handicappers, who it seems like they had mic issues the whole time. Apologies to those watching on the stream. They were blowing up. My old buddy Donnie Moore in the chat, if anyone knows Donnie Moore, I don't know. You guys all know him. If you don't, he is the ratings czar, the one person who set all Madden ratings for probably 20 years now. So what's up, Donnie? Great to see you in the chat.
Donnie?
And if anyone has an issue with any Madden ratings ever, maybe it was Madden 04 you had a problem with. Maybe it was Madden 08. Donnie's the guy. You can make sure you tag him on Twitter. He loves hearing about it. He absolutely loves that lifestyle of being told what he did wrong every single day on Twitter. Anyway. Welcome back. Here we are. We've got the Bluegrass Stakes upon us. The Bluegrass Stakes. Have you ever been to the Bluegrass Stakes, Fib?
I have. I was there last year during the.
Just want to make sure you knew what. Yeah, I just want to make sure you knew what the Bluegrass State was. It was a pop question just to ensure that you knew geography. It feels like you are the type of guy that wouldn't know that. But yes, the Bluegrass Stakes commemorative, is that what we're calling this one? It kicks off in 31 seconds roughly. This is a 14-horse field. 9 furlongs. We're going right on the turf. a wonderful fast, and we've got right now the Excelsior, the 6-1 favorite out of Miami Nation. So
Miami
this
Nation,
is bound to
shout-outs.
be a solid race. I'm looking at a lot of familiar names out here. You got Miami Nation's got a couple of horses in this race with plenty of other very well-known stables. This is going to be a good one. So I think it's about time we headed down to the track with Mo Knows.
All right. Thank you, boss man. We are back here at the track for the Bluegrass commemorative odds.
And here we go. Major race time. Race 2 coming at you. Appreciate everybody coming to hang out. Slight audio issue there, but I think we're good for the grade 1. And they're off and rolling here. McPherson is going to shoot out to the lead. Artemis on Jupiter from between horses. 4 Pillars going to trot along here in 3rd, followed by Excelsior 4th. The Chronic out of the 14 hole trots along here in 5th, and Master S-Piece in 6th, rounded out the leaderboard as this field's going to head past the clubhouse and to the wire for the first time. Everybody wave to your current leader, McPherson, as they pass the wire for the first time. Opening quarter in 24 and change. McPherson now joined on the inside. Here comes 4 Pillars. Another break of 2 down to Juniper Infused. Excelsior still down low at the rail, trying to get a ground-saving trip. Star World there, now passed by Artemis on Jupiter as he wants to battle back. 8-1, but don't tell them. And Sir Phantom Supreme, around the turn they go. This field is tight. 80,000 Derby on the line here. Who wants to get it? Down the backstretch we go, half mile and 48 and change from McPherson. McPherson's trying to bring this field wire to wire. 4 Pillars got something to say about that. Juniper Infused starts to find some foot. Sir Phantom Supreme there as well. Artemis Jupiter still 5th, no change. With Excelsior back there, as they are starting to make moves, as McPherson might have clipped heels with somebody there in the middle of the pack as he slides all the way back and off the board. Sir Phantom Supreme's not going to complain. He goes right on by now, takes over the lead. 4 Pillars there, battles back for 2nd. Juniper Infused trots along 3rd. Artemis and Jupiter no longer in 5th. Found his way to 4th, making 6th as McPherson is on a mission again. Down the center of the track, but Sir Phantom Supreme might have done the work. 4.5 to go, or 4.5 for a lead, even over 4 Pillars, as I'm trying to pay attention to Artemis on Jupiter as he is flying down the center of the track. But Sir Phantom Supreme, 2-length lead, is going to bring this one home, and it looks like Excelsior is going to sneak in down at the rail for 2nd over Artemis on Jupiter. 12-4. Order of finish.
Wow,
Mo.
a great call and a 16-1 popper. That is what you always want to start your night off with. My goodness.
Absolutely.
So whoever happened to nail Sir Phantom Supreme out of Trailblazer Racing, a solid 4-year-old, 53 races under his belt. He has been grinding it out. So congrats to Trailblazer on that epic victory. 80,000 Derby. If I do my math right, I think that's $100 million. No, it's 1,000.
Yeah, that's it. Just about. Yeah, just about.
Somewhere close, but $1,000 purse, pretty fancy if you know what I mean. So congrats again to Trailblazer. Yeah, big if true. Up bigly, that team.
Hugely.
Up hugely. So here we are again, in between races. I believe the next race coming up is just going to be the Derby. Do we have a middle one, or we have the Red River Run in between? We have 2. We have a 6:35 race. Okay, 7 minutes. Sorry, we're well prepared here at the Virtual Kentucky Derby slideshow. I'm not the best well prepared host, but regardless, we've got another race coming up. 7 minutes. If we take a look at that one, just real briefly, that's the Mint Julip. Well named. Did you come up with that name?
I did. I came up with all the undercard names. I hope you guys like them.
Mint Julip is just really creative.
It is the Mint Julip Memorial. Well, it's the Derby, so we got to keep it traditional. We got to keep it in line. I got a little weird on some of the other ones, a little bit, Kentucky Derbies, we're straight shooters here. That's how it works.
That's true. Yeah, you do want to maintain professionalism when it comes to a big race like this. But yeah, the Mint Julip. I was trying to find it and look at it myself here. It's not showing up for me, of course. But do you have a beat on what is this race got in front of it? What are some of the top horses in this one?
So right at the top, Nido King, one of my favorites. Shout out to Star Killer. That's a great horse. We saw, draw pretty close to the top to the podium in the recent Artemis Cup, but didn't quite make it. Got fourth. Odds-on favorite, Struck Down. That was another horse in the Artemis Cup. So we're seeing. So this is a 10 furlong right turf soft race. So you are going to see some of the same people that were competing last week. I see Cramden. Shout outs to Cramden. That is an After Dark horse favorite. Big shout outs to Cramden. Great horse. Make sure that you pay attention to Bigfoot Stables. They're doing huge things all the time. Charlie Mike grabbing some odds. Waterworks, really good horse. Another great horse out of Iced Hog. Flamboyant. Yeah, I mean, this honestly looks like a reprisal of the Artemis Cup. So if any horse has a chip on its shoulder from that classic, which was last week, big race, exciting race, you're gonna need to watch this one and see what happens and see if they settle the score up.
I'm seeing the chat here, our esteemed community saying, Lacey saying, if Nidoking doesn't win, there will be no rest in the chat. So I guess this is a lot of folks assuming Nidoking is going to take it, or is that some meme that we don't know about?
I don't know. I think Nidoking. I mean, I think maybe that's either a reference to the fact that my pick was Nidoking last time during the Artemis Cup, or it's the fact that people that Nidoking's a crowd favorite. And that seems to kind of be the case. I mean, I see a lot of people pulling for that horse, and it is a good horse, to be fair. It does perform. So,
yeah, that's a striking all black colt here, a 3-year-old colt. Obviously, looks like got a good shot at it. I mean, one of the stronger ones. I mean, who's the odds-on favorite right now? Though Struck Down at 2.2 to 1.
Struck Down
pretty thin odds.
Favored.
Heavily favored. While you're looking at Nidoking at in the one hole there at 8.29 to 1. So pretty interesting. Now, I love some of these names are getting more and more creative. Please Win Something. What do you think about that number 14 horse there at 25 to 1? Think they got a shot? Please Win Something? I don't know.
No, because they're too desperate. It's actually a beta move. You're not going to win like that, bro. You gotta be confident. You gotta
that horse. It passed through the horse. I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You can't beg. You have to it's a matter of action, sir.
That's true. I mean, seeing some familiar names in here as well. So Charlie Mike at 15 to 1 4. So Charlie Mike out of Wolof. Wolof has been a player of our games for going on 6 years now, I believe. A loyal player of all of Third Time's horse racing games.
You
can't fade Wolof. You can't fade Wolof in any given race. He might know something that even the team doesn't know. That horse has gotten 39. Let's see, 39 races and 16 podiums. I mean, not too shabby, right?
Absolutely not.
Not too bad at all, but I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. I'm no handicapper. I wish I was. I would do this. Sometimes I just want to quit my job and handicap photo finish live races. That feels like that would be really fun.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, dude, that's so true. Every time I run After Dark with Mo, by the way, tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, After Dark at night. But yeah,
Tuesdays, Fridays. Changed,
Fridays.
Right? Yeah.
Tuesdays, Fridays. You're right. It's changed.
Just
changing next season.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just lament that I can't make picks on these horses. And you have so many tools to make picks, community tools. Our metrics have expanded on the charts. There's so many ways that you can seek an edge here. The game, it's very, very intricate and sound race logic going on here. The game is deep. There's skill here, but it's non-deterministic. You're never gonna.
It might happen. Yeah. I mean, Struck Down sure on paper does look like in this case. I would probably have to say JPEG Lord. That's a great stable name. The old JPEG Lord has a good shot. But yeah, you never know. That's true. I see another one here. The 10 horse, the Existential out of Tiger with Paws. Have you seen Tiger with Paws? This stable has popped on the scene. Like within a week, now has a Derby horse crashing into these high stakes races and absolutely some big wins. I don't know if you've seen that stable, Fib.
I haven't. No, I haven't. Yeah. That stable has flown under my radar. I mean, definitely the thing about these 3-year-olds and getting into the game and this big influx of players, and people have been angling for this, and you have a shot. People are establishing their bloodlines, but you could find that diamond in the rough. You could make your way into one of these classics, and you can at least hit the podium when people don't expect you to. And we have seen horses, long shots, hitting these podiums now. Out of grade, you wouldn't think that maybe they're not the top grade. They're still hitting them. You're seeing these people make these moves now. So I'm not surprised to see a new face making moves. Yeah,
and it's interesting to see, like, when someone comes in like that, all of the the interest in the community. Like, who is Tiger with Paws? Who are you? Show your face. Who are
I
you?
know.
Who is this person that comes join the feed with us? So
Right.
anyway, well, we're getting close. 10-15 seconds here to the Mint Julip Memorial. A wonderful race out there with a little bit of overcast. Let's head down to the track maybe with Mo Knows with the call if he's available. He's traveling all over the world tonight. Hopefully
I am here. I am quick. I have flyers miles like you wouldn't believe. We are back here for the Mint Julip Memorial, everybody. Appreciate everybody showing up here. Don't forget to join the Discord and make an account over at signup.photofinish.live. Get your free horse. Get out there. Start running them. It's time, though, for a major race here on Photo Finish. Online. And they're rolling here. It's Cramden right out the lead, along with Nido King. Flamboyant trots along here in third, followed by Water Wilkes out in the pink silks. Shania Main, want to make sure we get that one right. Out there in the 3-hole, and Please Win Something. It's going to round out the leaderboard as this field heads around the opening turn of this 10-furlong right turning affair in the turf. Track is soft and racing is good because it's Derby Day, ladies and gentlemen, as Nido King trots along here down past the clubhouse for the first time. As we always like to do on After Dark, everybody make sure you wave to your current leader. That's Nido King at 8.29 to 1. Let's make sure the horses, remember, they do have to go around again in this 10-furlong affair. But for now, it's going to be Nido King who still shows the way. Break of 2 down inside. That's Shania May, now passed on the outside by Flamboyant. Cramden still holds steady there, trots along in fourth. Now Please Win Something at 25 to 1 is trying to make somebody's dream come true here on a beautiful Saturday. At least where I'm sitting, but not on the track because it's raining hard. Nido King is loving every second of it as he continues to show here, but now his company on the outside with awkward eye contact is Flamboyant. Waterworks still trying to find some room there, squeezes along with Charlie Mike. Please Win Something, back to fifth and start, make it struck down. The new 6th place runner here wants to get their name up in lights. 3/4 is coming on, 114. Nido King continues to impress the judges as he now opens up by 2. Waterworks, though, the one-time back entrant, now makes his way all the way up to second here, but Flamboyant has a full head of steam with him as he goes right on by into the corner with a perfectly timed turn. It's Flamboyant now who leads the way. Nido King still there, but backtracking. Charlie Mike in third. Waterworks fourth, nobody challenging. Struck down, what happened to Cramden? We don't care, it's all about Flamboyant. Flamboyant with a 3-length lead. Past 100 meters, it's going to be Charlie Mike with one final push, but they're just battling it out for place here as Flamboyant's going to make it look easy out in the rain over Charlie Mike and Waterworks.
Now, did we even say Flamboyant? I don't even remember now. Did we?
Yeah, I touched on Flamboyant a little bit.
Okay.
Flamboyant was one of the horses that I thought was a definite contender for the Artemis Cup, but I don't think Flamboyant showed up in that race. But Nido King basically ran the same race, just kind of lead. Nido King was definitely more dominant throughout most of the race, but that same 4th place finish, that same drop back at 10 furlongs. So 10 furlongs, maybe not as
too
favorite.
much there. But so Flamboyant comes from a firm horse bloodline. So I think I was sort of I faded just thinking that. Obviously strong bloodline, but I thought, well, they're not going to like the slop. Does not want the mud in his face.
Some horses just have it in them for that. Some
didn't matter.
Just feel it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Great. Congrats to the Big Brain Stables. The Big Brain, boy, have they been a dominant force for many years at this point? Obviously, always the Amazon, always tough to contend with. Now, did they win a Derby yet? Though, have they? They have not, right? That still evades them, I believe. Right?
I think they have. I think they've won a 3rd-time championship and not a Derby. Sorry.
No, I mean a Kentucky Derby. Yeah, right.
Okay,
so they have not quite gotten the hardware of Churchill Downs.
They haven't.
And, that's got to be tough on Big Brain. Big Brain acquires all the things. He has clearly a competitive spirit to be number one at everything, and this has to be tough. So I'm assuming they have horses in tonight's Derby. We'll get there shortly and talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the big Derby. All right, got it. So we've got one more undercard, though, the Red River Run, which I noticed, which is very exciting. A juvenile.
It is. It's a juvenile race. All the undercards every week. The last race before the Classic is a juvenile. This one, 6 furlongs left dirt, fast. I mean, we have the whole field are S grade, just across the board. It's actually really interesting besides one horse. So it's like I don't know. It feels interesting to me. I just you never see that whether it's just uniform. There was no grade restriction here. Of course, it's an unrestricted race.
Yeah, all 2-year-olds.
All 2-year-olds. Everything is an S besides Latigo out of Tombstone. The gall on Mike Sowers. Man. The gall on Mike Sowers. He's just a man.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine the upset if Tombstone pulls this off with the less blood? Everyone thinks that Latigo has no chance, right? But I mean, hey, don't put it past him. So we're looking at the odds. We've got 14 horses again. We got a lot of this, some of our top stables making an appearance here. You got Big Brain bringing another horse in, a couple of horses. It looks like. So odds on favor right now, 5.4 to 1. Samurai out of JPEG Lord again. So JPEG Lord, so far getting left out, but maybe has a shot to somehow get their way through. So looking at some of the other ones, if we look at Girl Bias there, so out of GVG Genetics, GVG Fib, an absolute legend in the space, has onboarded great onboarded tons and tons of players. So I don't know, you got a filly here, 2-year-old filly, which sure looks strong on paper, lined up with America's Most Wanted,
America's Most Wanted out of SoCal. SoCal stables. Yeah, the classic, it's all SoCal rap, man. Every single one of those horse names, all SoCal rap songs.
You have to appreciate that, but I mean, my favorite so far though, Sunnyside Stables. Who's Sunnyside? I'm not sure I know who.
I don't know them either.
That is, but Kashmir, one of my favorite Zeppelin songs.
Great one.
I wonder if that's a violation of some sort of thing to name a horse Kashmir. It's a city, so it probably is.
It's also a fabric, but not with a K.
No, that's incorrect. You're entirely incorrect.
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
MERE.
Kashmir, not Kashmir. Come on.
Kashmir.
That's amateur hour.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so obviously I would, if I was, at the track with no program, I'd just walk right up and say, 20 on 6, win and show. No doubt about it, right? That's how I would, just seeing the name. Sometimes you just feel it that way. Don't you think
sometimes you do just feel it? It's a matter of heart sometimes, yeah. I mean, you just come through it, just feel it's your third eye, It's like you just feel it, you make the call.
Yep.
It's not all about homework, guys. It's not all about. Sometimes it's about raw intuition. I mean, when you make that pick,
Latigo is definitely like. I'm not fading Latigo, even though S-. Look at the preference. Loves a firm track, like more than any horse here. Loves a firm track, and this is a fast track on the dirt. Only 6 furlongs. He's a young horse. Won't get tired likely at 6 furlongs. Won't gas out. I don't know. I mean, what an upset. The Rudy Rudiger of this stable. I don't know. I would not fade that one either.
5 foot nothing.
Yeah, 100 and nothing.
100 nothing. Yeah.
But you got some other ones here. Con looking really strong, but soft. Yeah, I don't know. Cosmic Field's also quite strong. So there's a lot to go after here. Look, you got Miss Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson from D Stables. D Stables still seems to be cranking through the hits here, having a lot of successful horses.
I mean, D Stables, I believe they're the previous Kentucky Derby winning stable, VKD 5. So
can't fade them. Can't fade them. Yeah, exactly. And then Baltazar, who's got Helms Deep there. He loves the nerdy references. We love a good nerdy reference.
Me too. Baltazar, shout outs to being a Tolkien head. I'm with you there. Ian may not be, but I stand in solidarity.
I read it and I was really into it when I was like 9, but I am an adult now.
I didn't know how to read when I was 9, so I just learned recently, and it was a big deal when I.
That has to be. That is a big deal. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
But yeah, Helms Deep. I mean, Baltazar, also a previous Kentucky Derby winner. Can't fade Helms Deep. Looking at the bloodline, I mean, has Pellinor Fields. I mean, this isn't a Derby race, but this is, on the left dirt. It's the similar setup, and his mom, his father was an actual Derby winner. So,
He was. I mean, if his mom had the right slant to those genes, he could be coming through hot at 6 furlongs with those preferences, with that blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot. Anybody can win. Of course, this is a good wide open race. Red River Run starts in about 10 seconds. Let's head down to the track. Mo has zipped over to Fuchu in Japan. Moving quickly tonight. Mo, go right ahead.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yep, just hopped a quick flight. I lost my top hat. Think there's no camera here, but we're just going to head down for the next race coming up. It's the Red River Run. Here we go. Grade 1 action coming at you. Major race on. Photo finish. They are at the gate. It is post time. Horse field, locked and loaded. And they're rolling here. It's going to be Helms Deep. It's going to shoot out there from between horses, right alongside Swift Steiner down at the rail. Samurai's there in third, runs along with Mr. Slave in fourth. Khan in fifth, out there in the teal silks, and Latigo. Latigo now out there in the 10 holes and take fifth at 10-1 as this field heads down into the turn in this 6 furlong, left turning up there in the third. Opening quarter in quick 23 and change for Helms Deep. Helms Deep is trying to hold off a surging Swift Steiner down at the rail, as Swift Steiner has plenty of room if he can take it, but Helms Deep is holding on as best as he can here. It's going to be Helms Deep with that half length. Swift Steiner, Samurai still there. No other move from anybody else here. Girl Bias tries to find some room along with Mr. Slave on the outside, but Helms Deep finally found some company. It's Swift Steiner. Swift Steiner's going to take the lead right at the top, but here comes down the center of the track. Give me some cream, give me some sugar, give me some Irish coffee. He is flying by and takes it over from Swift Steiner, as Swift Steiner might have called it quits, but it's going to be Irish Coffee past the 8 poles and take this one home in the Red River Run. It's going to be Irish Coffee over Swift Steiner and Samurai.
Now, is that another one I didn't even mention? God, I'm feeling like the worst possible handicapper. I feel like we didn't even say the word Irish Coffee. Did we?
Man, we didn't mention that horse a single time, and I feel like that horse definitely went under the radar, because that horse was a 16-1.
Oh my goodness! All right,
yeah.
So we're not alone in our failure to notice a winner. Okay.
In our inability to notice it, and our inability to call it out, somebody was aware of this horse, and somebody got 16-1 on that horse.
I wonder if they were using some of the tools out there in the community, that these things are starting to get scary good.
They are really, really
gap
good.
data, the MJ informatics. There's the daily racing form. There's one more as well that I'm blanking on, that is I don't know what he's called it, the psilocybin guy. That one is really good.
Oh geez, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff getting developed and finding picks, but well, it shows what we know. Well, I have some exciting news to give to you, Fib. This just landed on my desk. Yeah, this is very exciting. I don't know if we have any drum roll music, but maybe you could just give it to me. This week we have a free horse. These horses are valuable at this point. I've been pretty shocked. So this is a no slouch of a prize. We have. I'm going to show it on the screen here.
Okay, here's the drum roll.
Let see it. Mm-hmm. You probably can't see it.
Who is this? Who is it? No, it's completely.
I'm gonna move it over. There's his name. Drip on chain. Drip on chain.
Drip on chain.
Moving over. I'm trying to find it. This is hard.
There it is.
Drip on chain.
Drip on chain.
Has won himself.
Are you watching, partner?
I hope he's here. If not, we'll hit you up after the fact. But it's he or she. They Drip. Congratulations, Drip on Chain, winning the virtual horse, this virtual steed out of the Boss stable. Bred just for you. They're bred well if they're in the Boss stable, except for a couple that were inbred, just sort of testing.
Yeah, that was just a test. Yeah.
Those could be strong. A lot of people basically always assume inbreeding equals bad, right? Here's the alpha. Probably is. But what if it isn't?
Yeah, true. That is strong alpha. That is such strong alpha, dude. Man, that's wild. From the boss's mouth, everybody. So
I just
Take
like
that into
throw
account.
everyone in a tailspin. What if it isn't?
What if it isn't? That's an amazing, amazing point. God,
It is bad.
yeah.
But what if it also is not?
It could not be. It could be good. It could be good. Think about that. God.
Think about it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Have
You know,
you
I
thought
just want
about
to
that?
say, Boss Stables, all those horses, I bred the Gen Zeros for the entire stable, and I attest to their incredibly high boosts.
They do have the Bloss stable has a very strong bloodline. It's also one of the strongest parts about it is it's relatively unique. It was not there's a lot of pollution in the bloodline or shared studs out in the general
Right.
population, and the
one of ones.
Bloss stable is very very
contained.
different and unique.
Yes.
So anyway, but yeah, so here we are, an amazing point of the night. We've got an unbelievable situation, another Kentucky Derby.
I know, man.
Racing happened in real life at the Churchill Downs track today. They showed video of our virtual racing at the real track. I mean, the lines are getting blurred. This is getting really exciting.
Are hard to tell what's what. Yeah.
I mean, that was always a fun story when we were at the virtual or the real Kentucky Derby 149. Alex and I were both there. People would walk up and say, "Which race is this?" Race 4 started. And we had in our tent just a TV showing virtual races, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. People think that we're actually the real race.
Yes.
But then I'll be like, no, that's not it. You're wrong. Get out.
Yes. Yeah. Because it just looks real. Yeah. It looks real, especially to the in the drunken haze of the Kentucky Derby. It's looking at our screens. You know, it's like that. It was absolutely as real as it gets in that moment.
As real as it gets. Yep. So looking at the Derby, we have, at this point, a 20 horse, a massive field, the strongest horses in the entire game. This is it. This is the creme de la creme. This set of steeds, at this point, reaching into new heights. I mean, some of these horses are, you got an S plus. You've got some horses that are starting to kind of creep up into new territories, unseen territories. But right now, leading the odds is Thug Passion out of SoCal.
Passion, awesome song by Tupac. I encourage you all to YouTube it right now. Absolute banger.
It is a solid one. I mean, I do love all these old Tupac references because definitely, I ran around my little small town in Tennessee with my cheap JBLs cranked all the way up with America's Most Wanted on.
Yes.
I was not immune.
Doing God's work. Yes.
Take it to post parade whenever you guys are ready.
But I think let's take a look at all the horses. We got a big spread here. We can go horse by horse, take a look at all 20 of these beautiful animals in tonight's Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. Okay, we're back.
Wow. Welcome back. This is quite an exciting evening. Fib, it's been a pleasure.
It has. It's been an absolute honor, a pleasure. Kentucky Derby 6, all the virtual Kentucky Derby 6, rather. All these horses that are competing, good luck to each one, all the owners that took the time to create these, these beautiful bloodlines, honing these horses, going for broke on these horses, just making them as powerful as possible. I mean, this is the game. You're at the pinnacle, and it's just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger. And you're putting your foot in, you're putting your foot down and just take it. You're taking up space. You're taking up real estate here. If you get a W here, on the sixth Kentucky Derby, virtual Kentucky Derby. You are a legend. You join a group of legends. This is history.
Yeah, it is, and it looks like we're having some technical sort of weirdness. So it looks like the results are being shown early, even though the race hasn't been rendered. Such is life when we're working in virtual land.
Indeed.
But we can sit here and talk and pretend like I'm just not going to look at it, and maybe
No,
we could
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know, and I'm going to go one by
all
one.
The viewers don't look. Don't even look. Just watch the stream.
I'll just start talking about some of these steeds that without actually having to look at it. So I don't know why this is not the first. The very first one this happened to us, I remember, Alex, when we were trying to figure it out. So now we get to figure out why. But regardless, the video should run here in about 5 minutes, and we can watch it. But I'll look. Solar Sombreros seems out of his depth, an A+. What is this horse doing in here? Not quite sure. Looking at Apollo 8, the 2, also out of their depth. The 3 horse, though, General D, looking strong, possibly, out of JPEG Lord, 12-1. And then the 4, Nirvana, big Nirvana fan. Yes, Isolated Atoll, 33-1. That's some long odds, pretty strong, looking at that fella there. And then going to the 5 horse, you got Jethro, Ted Racing. He's always tough to compete with, but S-.
Ted Racing, one of those mysterious owners. Like, who is Ted? Literally nobody knows. Ted got 3rd in the Artemis Cup last week, and I was reaching out, he's not even in Discord. I can't even find his tag, so.
Yeah. So then, yeah, right. Where? And then, so then you've got the new that we were talking about earlier, Tiger with Paws, who just appears out of nowhere with the Derby horse. Currently a pretty big long shot, 65-1, but maybe you never know. Those are the types of picks that I love. A 65-1, a rich strike. Why would you not fade that at 6-1 or the six horse? So then you got Red Raven out of Shadow Stables in the 7, also big long shot. Likely not enough meat on the bone for something like this race here. The 8 horse and Nova Bear. Another huge long shot, but GVG Genetics, you never fade GVG. So tough to say. 88-1 might be a pretty decent price there. And then you're going to the 9, Eye of Ivory out of Renine Racing. Ooh, just briefly looking at that, probably maybe a shot. I don't know. 30-1. That seems long. Okay, not sure.
We like a long shot.
Yeah, and then now we're going into the 10 hole. This is Doc Blue. This is the lone S+ in the race. Yeah, hard to fade an S+. The strong genes, the strong genetics possibly has moved up into that real deal territory out of Breaking Bad stables, but also pretty much off pref, right? Not really running where, right turning horse doesn't necessarily love this Derby setup. So it's hard to say for sure if that's going to be enough to get through. Then the 11 horse from Soulmate, our buddy Soulmate. How many Derbies does Soulmate have? 3?
Soulmate does. He's got 3 Derbies. I mean,
wow.
What's he gonna do? What are you gonna do with this guy?
Yeah. So 3 Derbies. That one for sure could be a contender. And then looking at the 12,
it's not even Elvis Blood, man. That's not even an Elvis Blood horse.
That's true, but you can't fade Soulmate. So I don't know. So then looking down at the 12 horse, so Cornucopia, the Driney Park, you've got pretty good odds there, but a turf horse trying their best, running on the dirt. That one looks interesting, pretty strong. Scrolling through to the 13, you got Thug Passion, of course. We mentioned the odds-on favorite out of SoCal. Going to the 14 horse, Centurion, pretty strong. But also running on pref. Got the S. That's a pretty solid. I would throw that in the old exacta box, probably, or trifecta box. Got the 15 horse Cornucopia. All right, the turf horse. Or sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. 15 horses King's Coronation. Oh, that's a strong one there. Right on pref. Oh, with a firm horse though. 63-1. Would you take King's Coronation fib in your? I don't know. It's a pretty long shot there, 63-1.
Feels like a long shot to me too. Yeah.
16. We talked about Nineveh out of Big Brain. The hopes of Big Brain stables rely on the 16. You like that one? Okay. 17. Willow Lane. Probably would fade that one at 54-1. S-. Going to be tough competition. Pocono at 18 there with Dairyman. Turf horse though. It's going to be tough. Shield Maiden's Dream, Left Dirt Firm out of Baltazar. That one's pretty strong, nearly a little under 10-1. And then lastly, the 20-horse Wildfire. So Wildfire definitely looks strong. Left Dirt Firm, the S, at a grand horse. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I would throw that in the old trifecta box as well. That's a good one. So, well, going through, we got about 10 seconds till this race is going to hopefully run. Such as life. Oh, you know what I remember? Time change. That's why I just messed up. We knew that was going to happen. Totally, we knew that was going to happen. But anyway, let's head onto the track with, let's call the race, Mo. Head down to an hour behind. Spring forward, fall back.
Thank you, boss man, yet again. And thank you, chat, for tuning in for another virtual derby. Let's go ahead and get down to the track.
All right, race fans, this is what you come for. 20 horses, one dream, win the virtual Kentucky Derby. They're racing here. In the Derby, Doug Passion's going to break best of it with good early speed along with Dark Blue. General D runs along here in third, 12-1. And Nineveh in fourth, followed by Dairyman trots along here in fifth along with Nirvana, who's in some traffic there in the early going, but going to round out the leaderboard as this field heads past the clubhouse for the first time. And it's going to be SoCal Stables runner Doug Passion, who's going to show the way here. Beautiful white horse, now leads by 2 over Dark Blue. General D still there, no change for the top 3. Dairyman now finds another set of gears early on and blasts all the way up to second. Doug Passion, though, still has about a 2-length lead. Dairyman's going to track for a little bit. Dark Blue battles back, takes it back. Nineveh third. Dairyman slides back to 4th. General D might have found some issues there in the early going, but Wildfire at 9-1 at the 20-hole got out of that early disposition and finds his way all the way up to 5th. Centurion there is going to round out the leaderboard here with Doug Passion. Doug Passion with a half-length lead. Nineveh only about 10 or 11 lengths from back to front. Pretty tight action here down the backstretch. 10 furlongs. They got about 4 more to go here as they're just passing 6. And Doug Passion opens up by 2 now. Nineveh is a new tracker. Dairyman still there, Dark Blue, King's Coronation as everyone starts to get rolling. Here comes Commodus at 33-1. No respect on the board, but he's got room. And here we go, round and round the far turn they go. Who's it going to be? Nobody knows, but it's Commodus right now as Commodus pokes the nose in front and takes the lead. As they roll around the top turn, it's Commodus now by a half length. Dark Blue even's there. Nineveh's down at the rail trying to find something. Doug Passion cannot get through King's Coronation with one final shot at it. 100 meters to go. Commodus still holding on tight. Commodus, King's Coronation trying to grab it, but it's going to be Commodus holding on inside. King's Coronation outside to the wire. It's going to be Commodus. It's going to be Commodus bringing home the roses over King's Coronation and Cornucopia. Wow, wow, wow. Shout out to the winner, Soulmate Stables. Woo-wee.
Another week, or another season, another win for Soulmate Stables.
Who is this guy?
A savant of horse racing is what he is. He is the Rain Man. I don't know if he's like Rain Man, but he's a savant. I'll just say that. I don't want to, get there. But Soulmate clearly knows something that none of us do about winning Kentucky Derbies. Is it now safe to say he is the Bob Baffert of virtual horse racing, or no?
Easily?
Should I say that? Okay.
Yeah,
seems like
he's a madman. He's a genius. Like, look at what this guy is doing. Somehow try to copy it. You probably can't, but we recommend we recommend you study up on what this man is doing. This is incredible. 4 total Kentucky Derby wins. Like this guy.
Wow.
This guy.
Jeez, dominant. 4 out of 6. Is that right? Is that really right? We've only had 2 other winners. Wow! Congratulations again to Soulmate. The trophy, the trophy rack is buckling under the weight at this point.
It's extensive. It's extensive.
So yeah, some extra rebar to support the hardware at this point at home. Another great night of racing. Again, a couple of technical difficulties. That's that's racing. I'd say our production values are on par with most real life horse tracks. We're going to be better over time. We get better and better. Thank you all so much for joining in and watching the stream. Thanks again to Churchill Downs for allowing us this, great opportunity and honor to really spread the love of horse racing and worldwide with competitions across the globe. It's so cool and crazy to think about all of these horses owned by just real people all across the world, and racing in one of the biggest races that Photo Finish ecosystem can put on. And so congrats again to everyone. Just an overall compelling and exciting night in our world. Fib, any last words before we sign off for the evening?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good luck to everybody in the next season, which is going to be huge. All sorts of new stuff coming, big schedule changes. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for competing. Thanks for making picks. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Happy season 8 as we close this down.
Yes.
Just a reminder, season 9 starts Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. All of the new foals will be born. We're looking at thousands of new horses born. It's going to be one of the most exciting days in Photo Finish history for sure. And right after that, you can, of course, start staking crown tokens to become a track owner. And then soon after that, you can start breeding. All of these things are going to happen this week and breed your next season's, foals. So it's going to be a great start. Racing has got a whole set of new types of races. It runs 24/7. We're just right here at the beginning of something crazy. I can just feel it. So hopefully you join us. If you're on the fence, drop in the Discord again. We love to hang out with our community and just keep it very transparent and open and have fun. That's the whole point here.
That
so,
actually reminds me, Ian. Go ahead. We have a race coming up Thanksgiving night. You just need to come in Discord, hit up Bryce. You're going to need a new horse, and you need to be a new stable owner. And we are putting on the Haku Memorial. It's on. It's Thanksgiving night. You still have time to sign up. Hit Bryce up. If you're just hanging out, if you're just tuning in, you don't have a stable yet, it's a great opportunity for you. Talk to Bryce. The Haku Memorial in remembrance of the awesome informatics site, which was Haku. And, that they shut down recently, RIP, but they did a great job. They did a great job for many people, big community. So anybody that's interested in that, just reach out to Bryce in Discord, on Twitter, at Sangudo, I believe is his Bryce, maybe Bryce Sangudo.
Third time Bryce. Yeah. That's a great point. That there's nothing better than after the full day of turkey and all the stuffing and the cranberries to explain to your relatives that you own a horse in this virtual race for real money. That's nothing better, because what else are you going to do on Thanksgiving night? It's a perfect opportunity to sell them on the ways of crypto, self-custody.
Tell grandma to buy. Yeah. Tell grandma to buy.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone again for tuning in, and we will see you next time.